Welcome. This video will be about the inefficiency. What does the inefficiency mean? It means the gap between the wicks in an impulsive movement. If price moves rapidly, printing several candles, and the wicks between the candles doesn't meet, it will be inefficient. So as you can see, price is printing several candles here, and the wicks between the candles, so this one and this one, doesn't meet in the middle. So this gap between the price is inefficient. So basically, inefficiency means gap between the wicks. Okay, here you can see an example for an efficient price. As you can see, several candles has been printed and the wicks between the candles meet in the middle. So there's no gap in the price, there's no inefficiency in the price, so this one is efficient. Okay, but how can we actually use this to our advantage? When the market moves rapidly and leaves inefficiency behind, price usually fills the created gap to restore the balance. Assigning inefficiencies and combining them with supply-demand zones can make you avoid a lot of early entries and can save you from unnecessary losses. Okay, so let's see the example. Price is moving in a downtrend, as you can see. In this region, price created inefficient move. So there's a gap between the wicks. So this means there's imbalance, there's inefficiency. Above this inefficiency, you can find the supply zone right here, because this supply zone created inefficient movement and broke structure to the downside. Let's say price creates another pullback, and after the pullback, it creates another supply zone and breaks structure to the downside. But this supply zone has no inefficiency below, just like this. So price has a greater chance to levitate back up to this supply zone and react on this than reacting on this one. Because if there's inefficiency, it will work like a magnet. It will magnetize the price back up to that zone and fill up the gap between the wicks. So if you see something like this, one inefficiency and one efficiency, you will aim for the inefficiency because it has a greater chance to reverse the price than this efficient movement. So let's see the live example. As you can see, price is currently moving in a downtrend, so creating a series of lower lows and lower highs. Let's focus on this region. As you can see, price created a break of structure to the downside with this candle. After that, it created inefficiency, so there's gap between the wicks. This area needs to be filled. Price has a great chance to levitate back up to this supply zone, react on this supply zone, and continue the bearish trend. This is exactly what happened because price reacted on this supply zone, broke structure to the downside here. It's a break of structure and created another inefficient movement. So as you can see, inside of this supply zone, price created another supply zone, which is right here, because this supply zone caused the inefficient movement. So there's a gap between the wicks again, here and here also. So price has a really great chance to come and fill this inefficiency up before it continues the overall bearish direction. So as you can see, price the break of structure on the downside here again, but this is efficient because this week and this week meets. So there's no inefficiency in the price. So it has a greater chance to fill up this void here and react in the supply zone. And after the reaction on the supply zone, it can continue the bearish trend. Okay, so I want you to practice inefficiencies. I'd like to give a task for you. So mark all of the inefficient areas between this line and this line. So in this region. For this task, you will need an image editor program or just a TradingView, and you have to screenshot this image and copy and paste into TradingView. I would like to ask you to mark all of the inefficient areas, and I will just show you an example. For example, I see an inefficient area here. I just press my highlighter and mark it. I would like to ask you to do the same with all of the inefficient areas. I will give you 1 minute for this. Okay, so your time is over. And as you can see, I marked all of the inefficient areas between the red lines. So if you see a yellow highlight, that means we have an inefficient gap there. As you can see, on all of the yellow lines, we have an inefficient gap between the wicks. So the areas are inefficient. It will take some practice to notice all of the inefficiencies on a chart. So if you watch this video, I would like to ask you to open TradingView and just practice the inefficiencies and train your eyes to see them. Okay, see you in the next video.